Today, we are ranking the top 100 players for under 500,000 coins. If you're new to these streets, it is free to subscribe. We have Broken, Rank 1, Foot Champs, Debatable, and The Pine. It's gonna be a goodie. The energy is in the right place. Pele. Man, it gets busy. Authentic. The heroes have been heroing. Yeah, I'm making them plural. He might be broken. Let's be honest. Let's be transparent. I'm starting out that hot. If you're gonna spend the coinage, and there might be a couple sliders talking about some price points that are gonna be maneuvering around. Owl Wyron, we know the situation. I hate going up against him. You know what kind of game it's gonna be. In this price point, I'm giving him the nudge. Garnacho is cool, he's smooth. I don't know if I'm gonna lean him into rank 1 just yet. Alexander Arnold, I've put in a lot of time. Appreciation. Pateas, even present day. She's going broken, I'm staying true. Barcola, rank 1. Mr. Barnes, rank 1. Bastoni, put some respect on the Italian's name. Rank 1. David Beckham with a new iteration. And I've always felt that he's sort of difficult to include and maximize and not necessarily extra meta. He has a place, but people overspend for David Beckham. Maybe that's due to marketing. He's not that high on my list. I'm gonna put him into the debate. That could be controversial. I'm okay with it, I suppose. Bergkamp, legend of the game. Memorable goals would be an understatement.
It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent.
But here's Bergkamp, still on the hat-trick. Great touch by Bergkamp.
Dennis Bergkamp neemt de bal aan. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
Bremer, broken. Love him. Brawl in. He'll do something to you. I'm telling you, there's a little hero bonus, some extracurricular. There's structure with the goodness. Sol Campbell, I still don't trust him. I know the comments will be commenting, but I just don't love Sol Campbell. Cannavaro, also gonna go debatable. Could you use them for the weekend? Sure. They're just our better options. That's how I feel. And in this price point in particular, you're gonna see those better options right here, right now. Hello, you're looking for an upgrade. Amongst this group, we're if you're playing him as a true center attacking mid, still cool for the weekend. Claudia Pena, not as good as last year, but it's a solid SBC. Ashley Cole, a lot of you are making a bigger case on his behalf. He is gonna be dated sooner than later, and I stay true, and I'm putting that anywhere and everywhere. Cordoba, I don't love the undersized center back. We're going debatable. Crespo with the upgrade, it's cool for the weekend, even though I will say he still under-delivers maybe the stat lines that you're reading out loud. If we wanted to go through every different statistical allocation, they look better than he is. Diaz, quick out wide. Doesn't score a bunch of goals. Not the best passer I've ever used, but speed is speed. Dembele, got to get at least another notch. I'm going to go rank 1 for now. Diogo Dallo. I've enjoyed this fullback. Left back and right back can play both positions. We'll lean him into rank 1 as it stands. If you're new to these parts, we do a full review at the end of the video. And if you want the setup to replicate the lights, the camera, and the action, everything Elgato linked down below. Diogo Jota, I just don't resonate the way that I should. So he's going Foot Champs. Crystal Dunn, if you have the ladies to bring together the chemistry, highly recommended. She's versatile, gives you a little bit of this and a little bit of that, multiple positions. I value that in my type of players. Essien might be going overboard, above and beyond past slidership. The point that I'm making is he's more expensive than 500,000 coins. Still cool for rank 1. I don't know if I'm giving him broken. I like the category that I'm building. Torres, nice with it. Definitely an option. Forlan, Power Shot Plus. And there's something different about this year's version. I can't explain it. He's scoring for fun. The attacking positioning, the difference making, the long hair bonus factor. He's also a fantastic tennis player on a side note. New icon and with an upgrade that just released. If you wanted to double down, you had a little more budget to work with, this will do. Gabby, what are we saying? I still feel good with rank 1. Steven Gerrard, I'm not seeing him used that much. People are trying to upsell him a lot. He has Power Shot Plus, but his body type's not going to give you that many opportunities, even his positioning, to really unlock that. Govu will still turn a back line quickly. Gusto, definitely dangerous. No denying the talent. Haji, big fan favorite on the channel. Shout out to Ovi. Hansen, you know the drill. And I cannot believe that Hansen is in this price range. Simply put, it's that Trickster Plus. And she's going to get cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. We've never had a point in time from previous FIFA years or FC editions where the high-rated players, even meta players, are this affordable. Kai Havertz, rank 1. Theo Hernandez, arguably the best in that position. Definitely one of them, undeniable. Jesus Navas. Some of you will like him, others not so much. I'm gonna go FUT Champs. Keane, I completed him, been fun to use, has that power shot plus. Maybe he should lean into rank 1. I'm gonna reconsider when it gets to that point. If anything, we've learned that the pine is not happening with this group. Harry, love him. Would recommend. Fortunate enough to pack him, and he makes appearances every single match. Bon Madi, we're talking back-to-back Ballon d'Or. Rank 1, not quite as good as Pateus, and that's okay. Miroslav, you don't need him. Vincent Kompany, another pusher. We might have to do a double check on the prices. In this range, he's most definitely broken. Kvaratskhelia, go get the 89 overall. I think he's just outside of the range, but that's what I would recommend if you're in consideration. Philip Lahm is not bad, but he's not amazing, and he's not one of my favorite players to step into a fullback role, considering what's available. Yamal, if you completed him, I'm sorry, he was overpriced. He was too expensive for an SBC at that time, and the ability didn't match yet. Frankie Lampard, I'll let him join Gerrard. Laudrup, who I just packed, I'm gonna nudge him into rank 1. You should not sleep on Trickster, Playstyle Plus, 5-star skills. The Dane has never been so valuable. Lewandowski, the man does not age, and I'm happy that he's not doing as many TikToks. He had that dancing stage for quite some time, but at this price point and the value and the overall capabilities and the balance, I only have positive affirmations for Lewandowski. Loftus-Cheek, we really want that upgrade. I'm still giving him rank 1, but I need that upgrade. We need that to happen. And Yaki Williams, you could just go use his previous iteration. I don't think you need this, but the ability is there. Maicon, absolutely broken. Spoiler, we are going to add some additional tiers. We need more separation. Video, Makaleli, shutting down things in rank 1, holding midfielder for sure. Marquisio, he's still carrying rank 1. I'm a little on the fence. He could go into FUT Champs. He's better than he was last year where he went missing. MIA, we didn't see him in anything. Marcos Llorente, rank 1. Again, versatility, fullback, midfielder, out wide, defensive mid. You can do it all. Put him on the pitch, let him work. Matuidi, best he's ever been. I've said it once, I've said it twice. I'm continuing that theme. New icon alert. I'm still thinking rank 1. I want to protect broken as best as possible with players that when I use them or I go up against them or a mix and match of both, they cause problems. McKennie amongst this group. I kind of want to lean him into the debate, but maybe he should be in the pine. Modric, we're pushing boundaries. He is more expensive than 500,000 coins, but he's going to be broken. Thomas Muller will surprise you. FUT Champs, finally. We've got a Thomas Muller that can do something. Alex Morgan, I think she's broken. That finesse shot is crazy. Musiala, it's a weird one. I really like Musiala. Don't do this SBC. Just go after the 87. But the ability is the ability, and the R1 dribbling and the separation of space, that's all authentic. Nedved has got to be a center attacking mid. If you want to get him into some sort of rank 1 conversation, that is the only position. Do not play him out wide. Nunez. Whew, I'm leaning broken, boys and girls. I used them last weekend. 270,000 coins off the SBC, and he gets those bounces. He wins those headers. He scores the ugly goals. He is explosive. He's got the rapid. He's bursting by defenders. The body type works. Nico Williams finally getting an upgrade. I don't think Nico's been as good. Early release, there was a lot of hype. He earned that, but after the patch, something changed outside of just the reduction of the speed boost. I didn't find him as impactful or as dangerous as before. O'Hara, put her into the squad. If you're building out the ladies, I'm thinking you got Crystal Dunn, O'Hara, Swanson, Alex Morgan. Strong. Cole Palmer, the Englishman with all the eyes, the expectation, the performance, Premier League, a lot of hype. He has been rising to that occasion. Petit will shut down shop as a holding midfielder. If you need that type of stopper, he's got you. Pirlo with the long ball pass is moving into broken. Also 5-star skills. I like that deep playmaker role. He fits perfectly into that. Rafa Leao has to be broken. Got the size, the presence, the pace, the step over, the speed boost, the 5-star skills. And his price, again, it's plummeting, not because of ability, but just the regularity of the packs. You can get him. Rafinha, I hate his price tag. This is not necessarily about value. I'm going to go safely to rank 1. That SBC was expensive. Bernard with Anticipate. I still think there's better options, but she's certifiable for rank 1. This was the upgrade she needed. Rijkaard, again, that stopper type of center mid. Rivaldo, he hasn't been moving the needle that crazy, but 90 overall, got some skills, got a nasty Trivela, the Brazilian flair, a couple little bounce backs, lose some creativity. Rudder, that was a good value SBC. Is he a sure thing amongst this group for rank 1? Probably. Schweinsteiger, the man with way too much calf muscle. I can relate to that. Sinclair should not be slept on. Put her into foot champ. Socrates, he's a particular player, but I believe he deserves a lot more respect. You can make this come together, and I love that he's 6'4", he's 6'5", offers me a different option defensively on set pieces, but also going forward, the lobs, they're back into play, and he still has the Brazilian maneuverability and the deception and the skills. He's just a player that's going to be a little bit different, and it might be a learning curve, but when you've got it, you've got it. Smith, I'm actually taking her down to foot champs. She hasn't moved the needle this year the same as last year. I thought she was much better in the previous iteration. Hugo Sanchez will get busy for the weekend, no doubt. Wesley Sneijder has to be rank 1. I wouldn't mind having him in an even more upward category, but he fits into so many squads. I just don't know if he makes a big enough difference in my mind to be a guaranteed broken. I dislike this matchup so strongly. I'm able to score or control games to the utmost degree. Sterling, you don't need him, and I'm not intimidated. I'm putting him into the pine. I gotta get somewhat disrespectful. Swanson, she is easy on the eye. So damn good. And that was a surprise. I don't think many of us saw this SBC and thought that she was going to perform at the ability that she has. And then you collab her up. Again, Alex Morgan, Swanson, that goes together. Chouameni, put in a lot of work. Safe rank 1, positioning as you would expect. Jonathan Tah, big body, man. A brawly, a bruiser. Often overlooked. You can get him on a discount. Tevez, he would go into broken if EA gave him better play styles. I think he's just missing that little bit of touch to push him over, especially as time goes on. Valverde still dominating midfielders. We'll put him into rank 1. We'll take his teammate with Jude Bellingham, who's not been as good, in my opinion, to Valverde. Still definitely usable for the weekend. RVP, he's got a finesse shot. He's got the finishing. Still doesn't have the explosiveness that I would like or the physicality. Varane, real threat. I'm even going to take him up to broken. Again, an expensive SBC. There are multiple center backs that would come in this price point, similar level to Varane, but he hasn't under-delivered in any way. Varane, I don't know. I just think EA is lying on some of those stats. We'll put him into the debate. Vidic, dangerous, absolute threat, so physical. I would take him into broken as well. You don't want to see that man. There's no denying the talent of Vidic, the most physical man out there. Voller to me is overrated. Still good for the weekend, but I wouldn't pay the price tag. Florian Wirtz, clean, crispy. The youngster is doing things. A lot of the success story around Bayer Leverkusen. Xavi, I am most definitely a fan. Rank 1, some of the best passing you're going to get on the virtual pitch. You want to be able to hit those first-time passes over the top on the ground, pass and move. Yep, this will work. Adding in a few rare golds. Yes, they're cheap, but they're still broken. Saliba, all day broken. Virgil van Dijk, broken. Salah, broken. Don't believe me? Then you haven't been playing the game. Zé Roberto, yes, sir. Definitely rank 1. Could be cuspy for broken. We've got a deep level, deep selection, deep pocketbooks, sort of. Depends who you're picking up. Zambrata, love him. Big fan. One of the better fullbacks in this price point, to the extent that he should fall into broken. He's reliable. He's trustworthy. Zanetti, I have a different relationship. We'll go foot champs. Not nearly as good as Zambrata, in my opinion. And then Emery, put him into some weekend leagues. I actually feel that other midfielders are catching up. I'm going to take them down to foot champs respectfully. Shall we review? Something I realized is that the pine and the debate are just not really needed. If anything, I'm actually going to take all these players, we're going to move them into the debate, and I'm going to eliminate the pine. It just doesn't truly exist here. Let's add an upward tiers or a couple tiers to make this work. To break this up a bit, we've added top 5 and extra broken, somewhat self-explanatory. Hansen will be in that top 5 1000%. I know Teo has to at least go up. I think Maicon has to be in this conversation. Virgil van Dijk, for me, he's still locked down. Pateus, big fan. Bremer on deck. Take Pele up. I don't know if Modric is going to get that next stage. It's crazy, but Rafa Leao does things. It makes me upset. Even Saliba, I'd take him here. I'm not mad if you have Varane in front of Saliba or if you have Vidic. I think Vincent has to come up. What Teo's achieved this year should be in the top 5. I feel the same about Maicon. Even Virgil van Dijk, I don't need to replace him. I don't need to change anything. I think Florian Wirtz should go up in this budget point. I really like Xavi this year. I want that respect everywhere. Virgil's still juiced. He's still so juiced. I think Rafa Leao has to be there and Vincent Kompany, and that might be the 5. As good as Virgil van Dijk and Saliba are, and Bremer's right there, he's competing against them. I think Lewandowski, I'm going to give a nod to. The same actually with Nunez. It does give us a little more flexibility if we want anyone to get a pusher. Who are you putting Putellas in front of, though? That's the question. I think Putellas is fantastic. As good as Maicon is, I think we're disrespecting Virgil van Dijk. He's in every single squad. Either way, we're stir up the conversation. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. If we left off players, feel free to ask. I will answer every single comment in regards to placement of players, and I have a lot more content coming out ASAP.